Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. This morning, I'm just going to share a quick little wake up practice. Just sort of a little self massage and some movement to help wake up our physical bodies and help us feel a little bit more connected and present throughout our day. So, you can just come to your seat. So you can be in a chair, or if you'd like to be up on a bolster, or if you have a block. Either way is great, or you can be all the way down on your bum, if that's comfortable for you. Sometimes it's nice, especially if you're doing this in the morning, to allow your knees to come either in line with your hips or just a little bit below. So if you need to pause the video and get something to sit on, that's great. And then we'll meet here. And let's start with our palms against the thighs. And let's find a firmness in our palms, pressing against our thighs, pressing down and away. And let's take 3 really deep breaths, inhaling through our nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Don't be afraid to make some noise. Inhale through nose. And exhale, mouth. This next inhale, try and send it to the back of your lungs. Big in-breath through nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Awesome. And so we'll go right into some self-massage this morning, starting at the scalp, the crown of the head. And as you're doing this, so we're just gonna rub our scalp with like our fingertips. And if it feels good to scratch a little with your nails, feel free, but not too hard. So moving the scalp around, rubbing the scalp. And as we're doing this self-massage, feel free to say these body parts to yourself as you're doing this, just to bring a little bit more awareness. Really get the whole scalp. Don't be afraid to mess up your hair. Come behind your ears with your thumbs. Awesome. Great. And from here, just taking the fingertips, so your 4 fingertips or 3 fingertips, and remember, really light on the face. We're just going to start to tap our face and start at the forehead, following the bone structure here, so up on the brow. Nice tapping of the third eye in between the brows. And then once you get to the temples, just a light rubbing of each temple. Get right above the eyes. And then come under the eyes. And while you're coming under the eyes, open the eyes and look up. Move down to the cheeks. Notice if you've lost your breath. And then right on the jaw. Unhinge the jaw, open your jaw maybe a few times. Beautiful. Upper lip and lower lip, chin, bottom jawline. Okay. Awesome. And then release the hands just for a moment. Open your eyes as wide as you can. Keep your head still and your neck still, but try and look in all directions. So look up and down and in your peripherals. And then from the upper left corner to the bottom right. And other side, upper right corner to bottom left. All right, gaze comes forward, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, stretch through your jaw, maybe you scrunch your face and then release. All right, shimmy the shoulders a little bit. And then if you have hair, move your hair back away from your ears. And if you're wearing earrings, I suggest you take your earrings out. And we're going to rub the flaps of our ears back and forth. And rub in a circular motion one way and then the other. Alright, and then come to the lobes and rub the lobes of your ears. Awesome. And then still at the ears, we're going to take the tips of our pointer fingers and stick them, just the tip, just barely inside your ear. And rub, circle around. All right, beautiful. And then coming back with our fingertips, moving down to our neck now and our lymph system. So just lifting our chin slightly up and dragging the fingers down the neck. And you can drag your fingers down and then sort of settle them into the collarbones, the clavicle. Not pushing too hard here. Awesome. And then come around to the back of the neck and just massage the back of the neck, coming down from the back, that knobby part of at the back of the skull. And not pushing on the spine. We never really want to push on our spine. But right to the sides of it, into the upper back, the trapezius. I also think this practice is just really important in a time like right now when we're, kind of being told that we're not supposed to touch people unless we're in the same COVID pod, and just remembering that we always have ourselves and can nourish ourselves in a loving way with touch as well. Beautiful. Let's come to each shoulder. You can use the whole hand, just massage each shoulder. And you may be starting to build some heat, maybe not. Come down to the upper arm bones, the humerus. Then we can take fists on our arms, so muscles are getting a little bit bigger as we move down. And be a little tougher on these muscles. So yeah, I like to take a light fist and just tap each arm. Get the inner arm. Awesome. Other side. The back of the arm, the tricep. Awesome. And then rubbing of the armpits. Also a lot of lymph nodes here. Which has to do with secreting waste out of our body. Really important system. Really important structures. And just a reminder that no system of our body ever stands alone. So they're all very connected. We just put them into systems so that we understand them better. Rub the armpits. Awesome. We'll take both of our fists now and kind of bang on your chest. And doing our best to have a neutral spine. Notice your tendency here, especially around the chest, the heart space. When you got here, did you collapse? Or maybe we're propping, I gotta get done with my day. Try and settle into that neutral space, very contained. All right, side bodies. We can rub or tap. Maybe take an open hand now, coming around our internal organs. And we'll come to the middle back. Open hands, tapping, low back. And then take fists again on the tops of the glutes, the sides of the glutes. Awesome. Shake the arms, shake the hands. And then we're going to bring the right arm over the left. So stack the elbows. And then reach around. Give yourself a hug. Reach back towards your shoulder blades, towards your scapula. Deep breath. Release the arms, shake the hands. And bring arms out to the side, and then we'll take left arm over the right, stack the elbows, reach the fingertips back towards your shoulder blades. Nice deep breath. Awesome. Release the arms. And let's take our thumbs down to that place where our legs connect to our torso. So right in our hip flexors. Maybe want to send your legs out long. And we're rubbing down. So really applying the pressure coming down. Great. And then if you're up on a bolster or a block, I suggest you take it out. You can stay in your chair though if you're in a chair. All right, legs out long. And let's begin to rub the legs. Awesome. Become aware of the fronts of the thighs. The backs of the thighs are hamstrings. Our knee joint behind the knees. Shins, calves. Awesome. Ankles, feet. And once again, take fists and we'll tap the legs. Some of the biggest muscles of our body, so we can go a little bit more tough on the legs. And turn the toes out to get to the inner legs. And then in towards each other to get more to the outer and the back. All right, let's lift on one sit bone and really get right under the glute. All right, other side. Beautiful. And then we'll bend the knees, bring the feet on the floor. Hands come behind us. You can have the fingertips facing away or in towards your body, whatever is more comfortable. Turn to the side. All right. Then we're just going to bang our feet. Being mindful if you have downstairs neighbors. Noise here, claim your right to be here. Release once you're satisfied. Notice how you feel. Awesome. And then however you want to get there, we're going to make our way to standing. So swinging the legs around or rising up out of your chair if you're in a chair. And we'll just come to standing however you want to get there. If you have down dog in your practice, now would be a good time to take it. All right. And just a few more things before we get into the rest of our day. So now if you have hair, I suggest you tie that hair back. Right. Beautiful. Come to face forward. And let's walk our feet a little wider than our hips. Turn the toes slightly out. Make sure you keep a little bend in your knees, right? So we're not locked. Keeping a little buoyancy, a little bend. Hands on the hips. I'm going to do some hip circles. So inhale as you bring the hips forward and around. Exhale as they come back. Some reverse directions. Feel free to close your eyes if you're comfortable. Right, make your circles smaller as you eventually come back to center. Once again, a little bend in the knees. Arms by our side, we're going to swing our arms around. If you want to lift the opposite heel, you can do that. Also, the option to tap your body with your hands. And maybe you're just feeling going really slow today. Or maybe you'd like to really speed it up. All right, allow the body to just naturally slow down. Continue to breathe. We come back to center, heel toe the feet back together. Feet are either hip width apart or a little bit closer. And I just want to show something here. So we'll do a few rounds of just inhaling the arms up and exhaling down. But I want to show you something that I just learned in my training this past weekend. So starting with our palms facing our body, a tendency, or at least this is what I've been doing, is inhaling my arms up with my palms down the whole time until they come all the way up. And so what I've learned is by doing that, once we get above our shoulders, we're kind of bunching our trapezius. And so something I'd like us to play with today is, so we start with the palms facing our body. As we start to inhale, once we come about a third of the way up, we flip the palms and inhale the rest of the way. Exhale, arms come down, we flip palms down and release. So multiple rounds here. Inhale, arms up, flip palms. And exhale down. Let's do a few more. Inhale. And exhale down. Also feel free to speed this up if you'd like. So I'll do 3 more rounds. Inhale, we lift. Exhale down. For these last 2, let's inhale, lift our gaze. And exhale down. Last one. Awesome. We'll bring the gaze to look forward. Let's loop the shoulders a few times. Go forward, up and back, and then go back, up, forward. Upright. A couple of half sun salutations. I'm going to just turn to the side. And once again, feet hip width apart or a little bit closer. Toes facing directly forward. Awesome. Try and notice if you're kind of leaning your body forward or if you're a little too far back. Just try and get right in the center. Push down through the feet. Beautiful. Next in breath, let's lift our arms. Exhale, we reach crown and tail away as we come into our forward fold. Bend your knees generously, especially if this is your first fold of the day. We'll take a few breaths here in our first one. Working to get our belly so it drapes right on top of our thighs. Release the head down as long as that's comfortable. If it's not, we can keep it lifted, looking forward. If head is released, shake a little yes and no. Awesome. Head comes back to stillness. And we'll find our halfway lift. This first one, let's drag our hands up to our thighs. So we inhale, come up halfway, reach crown and tail away. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the sit bones. Inhale, rise all the way up, lift the arms. Exhale, palms to heart. Let's do another one just like that, arms by our side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach crown and tail away as you come into your fold. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold, bend the knees, drop the sit bones. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. One more round. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Arms by our side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward, come into your fold. Inhale up halfway, reach crown and tail away. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the sit bones. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right. And then if you have down dog in your practice, sorry, something popped up on my screen. If you have down dog in your practice, feel free to join me for this one, or we can just hold a strong tabletop here. So let's all actually meet in tabletop. Pressing through the tops of the feet, pressing out of the hands. And notice here when you bend your elbows, are they coming down towards the earth? We want our elbows coming down towards the earth instead of out. This will help with our shoulder stability. Claw through the fingertips, press through every single finger. And let's start with 2 rounds of cat-cow. We inhale, reach crown and tail away as we lift. Exhale, start with the tail, round all the way through the spine. One more round, big breath, inhale, lift the head, lift the tail. Exhale, start with the tail, round through. Coming back to tabletop, we'll curl the toes. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, we glide the hips up and back. Knees stay bent. And really stable in our shoulders here. Try not to go too far. If you're really flexible, try not to push your heart back so much that you're dumping into your shoulders. Stay really strong here. Press through your palms. Relax the skin of the face. And last little movement here. We'll flow. As we inhale, we'll release to all fours with control. Look forward. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, down dog. Let's do 5 more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, release the knees. Exhale, down dog. 3 more. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, release all fours, look forward. Exhale, hips up and back. Last one. Inhale, release. Exhale, down dog. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Beautiful. We'll release the knees. Take the knees as wide as the mat. 2 big toes to touch. And either we can rest down on our forearms, releasing the head. Or start to send the hips all the way back towards the heels if it's available. Also releasing our head either to our hands, fists, or all the way to the mat. Deep breaths into the entirety of the back body. We'll inhale, lift the head, look forward. Exhale, rise up, taking care in our transitions. Let's swing our legs around to the side and meet in any form of seat. All right. Thank you all for joining me in this video. I hope that you're feeling a little bit more awake, a little bit more connected on this chilly Monday. And I hope that you all have a wonderful week. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in each of you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Namaste. Bye, friends.